Let's talk about this Arkansas basketball team as we get ready for the 2025-26 season. A little roster update for you guys before I come back in the fall once we know the schedule, and I'll give you guys my predictions and projected rotation at that time. So quickly here, a little recap of last season. Arkansas, is the first year in the Calipari era. He took a number of guys, not only players who played with him at Kentucky in Avicic, in Thero, in DJ Wagner, but also recruits. Carter Knox, Billy Wagner, Billy Richmond, and Boogie Fland. And, it was a little bit of a mixed bag. They had the so-so start, and then they got to SEC play, and things did not go well. They started off 1-6 in the conference, and then there was a big moment in the season, as far as I'm concerned. The win at Kentucky. Boogie Fland was hurt at this point in the season, and it was all of the guys. It was led by Adu Thero, Zvonimir Micic, and DJ Wagner, the former Kentucky players, and it was a huge win. They were really teetering at the time, and it seemed like that was going to kind of build them some momentum, and they were kind of up and down after that. They did get some solid wins, but nothing really major after that win at Kentucky. And then there was that low point towards the end of the season where they lost at South Carolina. They had like 15 points at halftime. It was a really rough game. The number of injuries by that point, Fland wasn't playing, Thero wasn't playing. They weren't a deep team to begin with, so you could understand. And then, by hook or by crook, they get to the NCAA tournament. They're a 10 seed. They end up beating Kansas. They beat a huge upset over St. John's and almost beat Texas Tech in the Sweet 16 to advance to the Elite Eight. But alas, they lost in overtime. Tough breaks in that one. And here we are, getting ready for the 2026 season here for Arkansas. I need a shirt. All right, so we've got the roster here pulled up for Arkansas heading into the 2025-26 season. And let's just, I want to touch on a few players here on this roster as just a little bit of a preview, right? That's what this video is intended for, a little preview. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. Let me know what you guys think also in the comments below. How can I make these better? So, let's jump into it. This is the view that they're giving us on Arkansas's website. Jaden Carrot-Letwa is back from last season. He didn't play very much. I don't expect him to be part of the rotation. But Malik Thomas is a top 10, top 15 rated recruit. Really prolific scorer. Guy who likes to shoot off the dribble. From reading some articles, I haven't watched him play, but it does seem like he's a guy who can over dribble at times, and so it seems like Calipari is trying to coach that out of him. We'll see how that goes, but a very talented player nonetheless. And speaking of a talented player, the most talented player on this roster, Darius Acuff Jr., just a phenomenal freshman point guard, top 10, top 5 player in this year's class, just dynamic. He's got strength, even though he's 6'2", 180. He can get downhill. He's got good change of speeds. He can hit tough shots, and he can really create for his teammates, which is something I'm going to highlight a little bit later on. Trevon Brazile is back. It's kind of crazy to me this guy's still around. There's the NBA draft, there's transfer rumors, but he stuck around in Fayetteville. Carter Knox. He was in the NBA draft last season, decided to return to school. Probably a good decision for Carter Knox. He had a really strong close to last season. Here's to, him building on that. We'll scroll down a little bit here. Malik Ewan, really talented transfer big from Florida State. Really skilled big. Can pass, can put the ball on the floor. I'm intrigued by his fit on this team. DJ Wagner, back for a junior season with Coach Calipari and Arkansas. I am curious how all these guards are going to fit in. DJ certainly played better last year once Boogie Fland went down, so it's something to monitor with this Arkansas roster. Nick Pringle, graduate transfer big from South Carolina. And Billy Richmond, sophomore wing. Billy Richmond can't shoot. And man, if he could develop a corner three over this summer, it'd really make a world difference for him. But his energy, his will, his competitiveness is really can really impact the game, and he's a fun player to watch. I really like watching Billy Richmond. Last couple of players on the screen here. I can't. Oh, there we go. All right, Isaiah Sealy. A decently rated freshman. Not a top 50 guy, but 6'7" wing. There's some positive buzz on Sealy over the summer. And Kareem Retail, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, coming over from Lebanon. Played, I think, in Lithuania, if I have that right. So I'm not sure how much playing time Retail is going to get on this team. Also, interesting note here, a couple of players not listed on Arkansas's official roster, but are expected to be on the team this season. Paulo Semedo, a top 50 recruit, 7-foot center, who can apparently shoot the ball a little bit, can finish in like a lob threat as well. And then Elmir Dzavic, Elmir is expected to be more of a developmental big, but a couple more bigs are coming over for Arkansas. So they are going to be a little bit deeper than the 11 guys that I currently have as scholarship players officially. So I do think they will get 12 and 13 and add some size to this team. They've got a number of bigs, guys who I expect to play the 5. So maybe Ewan and Brazil will see a lot of time at the 4. But some things to monitor with this team. The one thing I'm curious about, last year they were not a good 3-point shooting team. I'm not sure how much better they got in that department. And that is something I am going to be curious about, because I think Darius Acuff is going to be able to create a lot of open threes for this team. So I do think that will help, but they're going to need their guys to knock them down. So let me know how you guys feel about Arkansas heading into the 2025-26 season. And until next time, guys, peace.